to Flex Candle, where we read the candles and flex the moves. I'm Flex, and today we're diving into a full top-down analysis on Bitcoin. We're going to start from the higher time frames, work our way down to the lower time frames, and check to see if we find any good setups. Now remember, this is not financial advice, and I'm not a financial advisor. And guys, before we get started, I just wanted to let you know that this episode is sponsored by Bitunex. If you want to support the channel, just use my referral link below in the description. Bitunex is a crypto exchange. It's user-friendly, requires no KYC, no VPN, and has super low fees. Check it out in the description below. All right, guys, so let's jump into the weekly chart here. Right now, currently, the price of Bitcoin is at $117,575. It's about 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. And as we know, this candle closed green a few days ago. Currently, we're having a red engulfing candle, but we still do have 5 days and 2 hours before this candle closes. What I could say is that the 21 moving average is rather far. It's currently at $100,708, and the stochastics are not looking too good. We're starting to curve down. Again, best case scenario, maybe we curve down and end up curving back up. That will give us another pump up, maybe go sideways as long as we can. We could drag, but if we come straight down, then it looks like we are going to try to get as close as possible to this 21 moving average. On the weekly chart, I have this flag that breaks us out to about 135k. So far, we made some of the measured move all the way to 123,000, like 300 around there, and then the bigger move is this rising wedge that breaks us up to about 155k. So that's what I'm looking for in the longer term for this to play out. Each candle is a week, so you know that's going to take a little while to fill out and actually break out and do all those movements there. Now on the 2-day chart, we see that the stochastics are on the way down. I was hoping that they were probably going to curve up, but right now they look like they're on the way down. The 21 moving average is at 112,382. After this topping tail, like I was telling you guys, I was expecting more sideways action, more downside. Same thing with the daily. We reset here. We were on the way up, but now it kind of looks like we want to roll over. Eventually, we're going to come up on the daily. It might take a few days. Keep in mind that tomorrow, Jerome Powell will be speaking about cutting rates, not cutting rates, and depending on how he talks, could influence the market. Either we could go up, we could go down. So tomorrow's going to be very volatile, and the market knows that. So right now, the market is trying to, just chill for a little bit and see what ends up happening. And then tomorrow and the next day is when we're going to really see what the movement is going to be like. Currently, right now, the daily candle is not looking too good. We have about an hour and a half before this candle closes, and we're losing the 21 moving average, which is at 117,848. Now, we had a wick here all the way down to about 114,700 around there. Usually when there's a big wick like that, we like to come down and eat it. So I wouldn't be surprised if maybe tomorrow, between today and tomorrow, we actually do come down. It's possible we could stay under the 21 moving average a couple of days and then come back up in a scenario like over here. The 50 moving average at 111,320, that's where the support should be, and we should probably bounce up from there if we do fall down. As you can see, the other time frames, the 22-hour on the way down, the stochastics, the 12-hour, the 10-hour also on the way down, the 8-hour also on the way down, and on all of these time frames, we've lost the 21 moving average. 6-hour is also on the way down. We lost the 21. Now let's take a look at the 4-hour chart. The stochastics are on the way down. It's going to take a little bit before we reset and come back up. We currently lost all the moving averages, as you can see here. The last one is this 200 moving average at 113,991. It's possible that we do come down here, or at least come down to where we fell down before at 114,710. Maybe make some type of a double bottom, then come up. By that time, possibly the 200 moving average has moved up a little bit. Maybe we catch it like at 114 and we don't have to come all the way down or lower than this. But if we lose this 200 moving average, unfortunately, things start to get a little bit more bearish. Now, you guys know I have this in a flag, and this flag really takes us close to 126k, but I want to fix up this flag a little bit because a lot of things have been happening. We never readjusted it, and I'm gonna kind of readjust it just so that we could touch more of the candles. That's how I like to make my patterns, touching as many candles as possible. So we're gonna switch this up a little bit. Not much of a difference. It is going to change the measured move a bit here. So let's see what the new measured move for this pattern is going to be. And now the new measured move is going to be about 126,853. It's a little bit higher, but hey, if we make only to 126, that's pretty good as well. This is gonna be closer to 126,900 around there. So let's see what ends up happening. The way I have it now, we fell out of the flag this one time. It's possible we fall out again. Now let's see the other time frames here. On the 1 hour, stochastics are starting to reset. We might be going on the move up soon. This could be a possible double bottom if we can make it to the top of this channel. And then and that would break us up back to probably 118,800, 119k. So let's see what ends up happening there. On the 15-minute chart, the stochastics are on the way up. We already kind of look like we're doing a double bottom here. This also looks like a falling wedge, so let's do this play here. This kind of looks like this could break out soon. The stochastics are a little bit toppy, and it currently looks like we're actually breaking out at the moment. We could even take it down to that wick, and this measure move will pretty much take us to 118,165. So that's pretty good. We could get back above some of these moving averages, and we could probably go as high as this 200 moving average at 118,489, and then possibly continue to go up from there. So let's see what ends up happening with that. Let's leave that pattern here, and this double bottom also, I'm going to put it in. This could be a possible double bottom, especially if that 15-minute plays out. This could probably take us back to the top of the channel, and if that double bottom plays out, that will take us, says here, all the way to a 121. I don't know about that, but probably at least up to the top of the channel here, like 119,700. I could see that happening, and then maybe we drop down again tomorrow. So let's see that. I feel like this one is going to play out, this falling wedge. So let's see what ends up happening. Now guys, overall what I feel is like we're probably going to go sideways. If we go up, like again, it will be to test 119, 120, probably come down. Everything's really going to be dependent on what Jerome Powell says tomorrow, and that's also going to set the weather for the rest of the week. So be careful. It's going to be a little volatile. Me personally, I'm not going to be getting into any new trades. I'm going to hold whatever I have, and then let's see what ends up happening tomorrow. If we do come down, I do see that we should have support on the 200 moving average, which is basically at 114k. And you know what, if we came down here, that will close that CME gap. We won't have that looming no more, and then from there we could pop it back up. So if it comes down, it wouldn't matter too much to me as long as we don't go lower than that and we could come up. So that's what I'm seeing right now, is ranging between 114 and 120, and then let's see what Jerome Powell says tomorrow. All right guys, so that's the breakdown. If this gave you clarity or a setup to watch, do me a favor, like, drop a comment, subscribe, and if you have a stock or crypto you want me to go over, drop it in the comment section. This is Flex Candle, where we read the candles and flex the moves. Catch you on the next chart.